Hi guys, welcome back to Making Everyday Magic. My name is Shauna. If you are new here, we are a homeschooling family of 4 who is in our 6th year of homeschooling. And today I am sitting on my still crooked rug. I don't know if you saw the video before or after that, crooked rug. And I want to come here and I want to talk with you about playing to your strengths with your homeschool. Guys, before we go any further, please scroll down, hit the big red subscribe button, turn on the bell for notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. I recently shared a video about how I just gummed up language arts, and it's gotten really huge feedback. And the moral of the story of the video is, if you haven't watched it, go watch it. But the long and the short of it is that I tried something new, being the Michael Clay Thompson Language Arts program. We're going to talk about that again in a minute. And I followed their recommendation because I didn't feel confident in my knowledge of the subject, let alone their system. Coupled with using a version that is not ideal for myself in an effort to save money. So, comedy of errors, it didn't go as smoothly as one would hope. Now, I have learned a couple of things since posting that video. People have very strong feelings about Michael Clay Thompson. Like, good and bad. Okay, they are like, really love it, or they like really hate it. No one is in the middle. So I feel like I'm in the middle. So hey, yes, okay. But also there's just a lot of discussion about doing things not the way that's best for you. And I felt like it would be a really good time to come here and talk about the importance of playing to your strengths. And I don't want it to all be like negative, like don't do that. Instead, let's flip that. Let's make it positive and say, I do this well. I do well when, and then let's just feed into that. Like, it is okay to quit things that don't serve you well, but it is just as important, if not more important, to lean heavy into the things that you do well. If you are great at morning baskets, do like a giant morning basket and plug in the bulk of what you want to accomplish into that, and then that will feed you well. I know that I am best with an open and go curriculum. That suits me best, which means that I need to steer heavy into that. And I have broken away from that a couple of times, like with the Woven Melodies program, for example, with the Michael Clay Thompson program. And when I adapt those programs to be open and go, which for me is, I know what comes next. I don't have to lesson plan every week. I don't have to do that stuff. That is not for me. That is not my strong suit. So if I can do things in an open and go manner, they will work for me. And so in a minute, because I had so many questions and so much feedback about like how I'm gonna plan to use the next step, I figure I will just go ahead and spew that at you at the end of this video, so stay tuned. We haven't started using it this way yet, so we'll see how it goes, but we'll get there in a minute. So, ways that I know, for example, the history of US. It is a book, it is a read aloud. That doesn't work for me very well because I tend to push it off and it will not happen as it should. And then I'll try to hurry up and catch back up on it. And again, doesn't happen like it should. You guys pointing out to me that the audiobook was available, then I found it through the Hoopla, through my local library. Boom, we are knocking it out because we are doing it in the car and it is easy and it is open to go, and I hit the app and it opens up to where it was before and we all listen and learn together. Boom, that plays to my strengths because I'm real good at button pushing. I'm not so good at opening the book and reading aloud. So, true story. By playing into those strengths, By playing into those strengths, it is much more likely to happen and to happen well. which is why I tend to not do things the way that I am told. That works for me. That plays into my strengths. So I am not going to sit down and do something where I have to figure everything out. That doesn't work for me. I am not going to sit down and do something where I have to do like a bunch of stuff. That doesn't work for me. But for example, like Woven Melodies, when I can open it, just do what's next, click the button, I am super good at that. And I am good and consistent with that. I am also really, really good at planning in the sense of figuring out like how to maximize our time, how to get all of this stuff into a certain amount of time. I am very good with that. I am not good at planning what we should do, which is why I need a curriculum to tell me that. I am very good at adapting things to the way that works for me, which is why when I did not, it was not great. It was not great. So I want to encourage you. I don't know what your strength is. If your strength is reading aloud, get more read alouds. Everybody can learn that way. If your strength is planning elaborate crafts or unit studies that go along with things, do that. Lean heavy into what works for you and you will find success. I want you to not only avoid the pitfalls of things that you know don't work for you. Forget that notion. That's negative. Let's be positive. Let's flip the script and go hard into what we know we are good at. I am really good at field trips. Yes, I am. I like to go out and I like to do fun stuff. We're going to go do that. I'm really good at having a good time. I am not so good at the hard work. So I do try to keep things really fun and the hard work really minimal because nobody wants to do that. It's not fun. I just want to remind you that it is so important to play into your strengths. Now, in saying that, here is what is happening. We are at the midway point of our homeschool year. My oldest is leveling up. She completed the Epsilon Math UC program, and we finished, three, I lied. Completed All About Spelling level 2, and completed Michael Clay Thompson Island level 1. So I let her operate at her own pace. And so that is where we are at right now. So those three things are changing when we come back from holiday break. But that means that we are essentially planning an entire year of those three things. I would ideally like to complete them in the amount of time, the 16 weeks that we have allocated for the rest of our school year. Now, that does not have to happen that way at all. I am not sticking to that. I am not holding firm to that. I am not killing anyone to get there, okay? Because that's unreasonable. However, I would like the addition of those things to fit into the plan that I already have. Now, I've had this question before. When do you know when to level up? If I have a whole semester or a week or two shy of a whole semester, that's a good time to level up. If we are sitting at spring break, I'm not starting something new. We're reinforcing what we've already learned. But if I have a large chunk of time, then yes, I will go ahead and level them up. That works. So here's my plan for Math UC. My goal is to do a lesson and a worksheet on Mondays, a worksheet, one or two worksheets on Tuesdays, the next lesson and a worksheet on Wednesday, one or two worksheets on Thursday, provided we are grasping and understand what is happening. That's my plan. I'll be back really soon to share Zeta with you, which is the decimals and percentages. So I will let you know how that's going. I think I'm going to film first day and give you just kind of our first look at that, see if we think it's possible or not. Again, not sticking to it. That's the plan. Our spelling program, we will do, I think we can do like 2 lessons a week. There's not a ton of 20-something lessons. Do 2 lessons a week and be fine with that. And again, she's still kind of in that place where that spelling is a bit remedial, but she needs the reinforcement on the rules. So that's still kind of okay to me. And then with the town level 2 of Michael Clay Thompson, here is my plan. So there are 15 books. If I remember, I'll try to type this out for you guys down below or do like an infographic so you can kind of screen grab it. But I wrote down, let me show you this actually. I went ahead and I wrote down, like I took all the books out, and again, physical books, yes, I took all the books out and I wrote down like what was in the table of contents, like how many things. So Grammar Town, the first book has 4 levels. Caesar's English has 20 stems. It tells you when to start Practice Town, Paragraph Town, Building Poems, and then the 3 literature read alouds, Alice in Wonderland, Peter Pan, and Wind in the Willows. So I sat down with all of this information, wrote it out as you can see on my planner, and decided that this is my plan, my 16-week ideal plan. Again, doesn't have to go this way. We will adapt as needed. I'm going to start with Grammar Town. Okay, so we're going to start with Grammar Town, and we are going to do that, read it, finish it in 4 weeks because there are 4 levels, so 4 weeks. I am also going to start right away. I'm going to start Caesar's English. I'm going to treat Caesar's English as vocabulary as standalone from the program. So I will do 2 stems a week. That's the goal there. We will do Practice Town. So this practice sentences 1 a day once we finish Grammar Town. I'm not stickler for the huge completion thing. That's okay. I'm okay with that. Now, once we finish Grammar Town, we will do Paragraph Town in 6 weeks. I think there's 6 chapters. And then we will do Building Poetry 6 weeks. While we are doing this, so essentially the grammar portion, the Grammar Town, and then Paragraph Town, and then the Building Poetry, they're going to be one and then the next. We will add in Paragraph Town after we've finished reading Grammar Town, or Practice Town after we finish reading Grammar Town. And then while all of this is happening, we will be doing 2 vocabulary stems a week. While that is happening, she will be expected to read 3 chapters a week of literature because there are enough chapters that would make it work. So that's the plan. If at any point we are drowning, I am jumping ship shamelessly, and I will keep you updated and let you know how I feel like that is going. So the plan for me for the 16 weeks is Grammar Town, followed by Paragraph Town, followed by Building Poems. Once we finish Grammar Town, Practice Town will be added, 1 sentence analysis a day. We will also be doing 2 vocabulary stems a week and reading 3 chapters a week. That is the goal, okay? That's how we're gonna try it. It doesn't have to go that way, but we will try it, okay? That's the goal. So that's my plan for those of you who asked. Again, I'll try to make it easily readable and not just me talk at you-able. So I hope that helps. And again, don't forget to play to your strengths. You're awesome, you're amazing, and you can do it. And you've got things you are really, really, really good at. Highlight that, okay? Don't suffer through the things you're not good at. Change it, adapt it, make it yours. Curriculum is your tool. Make it work for you. Make it play to your strengths, okay? So I totally forgot that, in saying that you should play to your strengths, I wanted to share about Mondays for me. I don't know why. I think you can hear my printer spooling. I don't know why. I think probably because as a hairstylist, Monday was weekend. Mondays. I suck so hard at Mondays. I need Monday to be the prep for the week. And I think that's why Mom and Me Mondays work so well for me. But I need Monday to recover from the weekend to get caught up and prepped for the week. I need it to not have anything that has to get done. We used to do swim lessons on Monday morning, and for the love of me, I could not get up and consistently get there on time. I am so bad at Mondays, and I've recently been posting over on Suitcase Princess 2 times a week, and 1 was on Monday. So I was I think for the new year, I need to cut back a little bit just so that I can focus on some of the other things that I want to do. So I was what should I do? And then I realized I post on Monday. F that. So I dropped the Monday. I was it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect because I know that I'm not good at Monday. So I need to take one thing off the Monday plate. Boom. Magic. Absolute magic. So play to your strengths. My strengths are not Mondays. Yeah, true story. Really, really not good at Mondays. Guys, I hope that you found any of this helpful, entertaining, or informative. If you did, please scroll down, hit the big red subscribe button, turn on the bell for notifications, give this video a thumbs up. As always, you can find us right on down in the comments or over on Instagram at Making Everyday Magic. Guys, I hope this was helpful for you. Bye, guys.